Right, darling, settle in. You simply must hear about this ordeal. Honestly, it's just one of those experiences that confirms all my suspicions about the declining standards of, well, everything. It's as though basic courtesy, basic competence are relics of a forgotten age, like handwritten letters or a world where people actually cared about service. I feel the need to preface this entire thing with the fact that I have very, very high standards. My grandmother, God rest her soul, instilled in me a profound appreciation for the finer things and a complete intolerance for mediocrity. She used to say, if you're going to do something, darling, do it properly, or don't do it at all. And honestly, she had a point. Now imagine, if you will, a girl like me, accustomed to a certain level of pampering, particularly when traveling, which, I assure you, is frequent. I need a sanctuary from the vulgarity of airports, a space of tranquility and refinement before embarking on, or recovering from, a journey. I envision the Westin Los Angeles Airport, Los Angeles, as such a place. The name itself, the Westin. It evokes images of plush carpets, attentive staff, and an atmosphere of serene relaxation. A wrong assumption, a tragic mistake, a betrayal, frankly. Oh, it sounded promising. A haven, a sanctuary, a bloody mirage. It started, as these things often do, with a simple request. A request for a quiet room. Is that so much to ask? I mean, truly? I arrived, exhausted, from a rather dreadful shopping trip in Milan. The sales associates were simply barbaric, honestly. And I specifically, delicately, asked for a room where I might find some respite from the cacophony of travel. I explained, with a weary sigh and a wistful glance, that a peaceful atmosphere was essential for my equilibrium. Can you believe what happened next? They put me next to a dog kennel. A kennel? Can you even fathom? Now, let us dissect this, shall we? A hotel, a place advertised as a purveyor of rest and relaxation, knowingly assigns a discerning guest to a location adjacent to a chorus of barking canines. This is not merely an oversight. It is an active disregard for guest comfort. It is a profound failure to anticipate even the most basic needs. Think of the physics of sound, darling. Sound waves emanating from excitable animals, traveling through walls, directly impacting the delicate eardrums of a sensitive soul. It's a brutal assault on the senses. And of course, at precisely 6:30 a.m., those little darlings commence their morning vocal exercises. It's a symphony of chaos orchestrated by ineptitude. It's like they're saying, oh, you wanted rest, we have dogs. And the worst part wasn't even just the barking, it was the principle of it. Just absolutely atrocious. What they are saying is, we don't care about our clients' needs. It's the I am bigger than you mentality. Disrespectful. But oh, the horror did not end there. Because naturally, it never does. You see, my companion, a rather splendid cashmere sweater, had a premonition of doom and encouraged me to book in advance. So, we inquired about luggage storage. A perfectly reasonable request, wouldn't you agree? We were assured, by a rather effusive voice on the telephone, that storage for 48 hours prior to check-in was absolutely, positively possible. It was noted on the booking. Heavens, you'd think a system designed to manage reservations could handle a simple request like that. This is where the real unpleasantness began. Upon arrival, and I do mean upon arrival, because we were already hopelessly jet-lagged and craving a civilized cup of tea, we were met with the sort of hostility usually reserved for someone attempting to dismantle the monarchy. Imagine, if you will, a front desk employee whose face seemed permanently contorted in an expression of profound displeasure. This isn't just about rudeness, precious, it is about unprofessionalism. It creates a hostile environment, signaling to the guests that they're prees. NCE is an unwelcome imposition. The manager, a figure of towering indifference, only amplified the unpleasantness. They refused to honor the reservation-s luggage storage provision. Refused, as if we were asking for the moon. And their tone. Oh, darling, their tone. Condescending, dismissive, downright offensive. Honestly, it felt like they were enjoying my. The
reality of businesses near the Westin Los Angeles Airport. If you're staying at the Westin Los Angeles Airport, brace yourself, because the businesses nearby are a masterclass in disappointment. From overpriced mediocrity to outright negligence, this area has perfected the art of letting people down. Let's start with shopping. Malls near the Westin are less about retail therapy and more about survival instincts. Westfield Culver City, for example, is a chaotic labyrinth where logic goes to die. Visitors report elevators broken for months, security guards more interested in power trips than safety, and parking lots where cars vanish faster than common courtesy. One family described groups of kids loitering, smoking, and eyeing ATMs like they were auditioning for a heist movie. And if you're in a wheelchair, good luck. The ADA might as well be a suggestion here: broken lifts, confusing ramps, and staff who move slower than the line at the DMV. Then there's the food. Aleki's Greek Taverna is where Greek cuisine goes to suffer. The reviews read like a culinary horror story: canned vegetables masquerading as fresh, meat drier than a desert wind, and a side of food poisoning for unlucky regulars. One customer sent back a gyro for missing ingredients, only to suspect the cook retaliated by serving tainted meat. Bugs in the water? Check. Cops called on diners for complaining? Also check. It's less Mediterranean delight and more eat at your own risk. Coffee lovers aren't safe either. Hilltop Coffee Kitchen is where patience goes to die. The drinks? Inconsistent, some scalding, some lukewarm, all overpriced. The service? A masterclass in passive aggression. One man tipped 3 on a 10 coffee only to have a barista roll her eyes while handing him the wrong drink. Orders vanish into the void, bacon arrives undercooked out of spite, and the menu changes like a fickle lover, removing everything worth ordering. Nightlife, Elevate Lounge is less elevated and more barely hanging on. Security guards throw drinks at guests, phones disappear at alarming rates, and managers prioritize flights over paying customers. One group waited 2 hours in line, only to learn the elevator was broken and no one bothered to tell them. The vibe? Less VIP, more why did I pay for this? Even the luxury options fail. The Ritz-Carlton Spa promises serenity but delivers stress. Guests are scolded for taking rooftop photos, massages lack luxury, and nails are painted with the precision of a toddler. One visitor asked for grapefruit juice, a simple request, only to be met with confusion from staff who'd supposedly served it for years. And the Proud Bird, once a beloved venue, now a glorified cafeteria. Chicken and waffles arrive with waffles harder than airport pretzels. Events start 90 minutes late, and 100 meals taste like expensive regret. The only pride here is in how long they can keep food under heat lamps. Final thoughts: if you're near the Westin Los Angeles Airport, manage your expectations, or better yet, leave the area for better options. The businesses here specialize in disappointment, cutting corners and shrugging when things go wrong. Your time and money deserve better, and if you must stay, pack snacks, avoid elevators, and keep your phone glued to your hand. You've been warned.
Okay, so I was looking into stuff happening around the Westin Los Angeles Airport, just seeing what goes on. And it's kinda depressing, honestly. It seems like stores near there, they ray just, targets. Businesses around the Westin, they ray often these big box stores, places tourists like us go to, right? Home Depots, Targets, Lowe's. Turns out, there was this huge thing with a guy stealing over $10 million worth of stuff from Home Depots all over, including ones near the airport. Like breakers and outlets, seriously. He had a shop in Tarzana where he'd sell it. It's just why. I bet the people who bought that stuff didn't even know it was stolen. Probably felt good about a bargain, and now they ray stuck with potentially faulty wiring. Honestly, that guy probably thought he was so clever, but I heard they took like $800,000 in cash from him. Serves him right, but it is kinda sad, He's facing charges now, obviously, and a lot of people were involved, families. It's just messy. Then there's this other thing. Stores near the Westin, they get hit by these rings who trick old people into buying gift cards. Can you believe that? They make them buy gift cards and then use those to buy stuff themselves. It's just awful. They found houses packed with stolen goods, entire trucks full. Those poor elderly people, they probably trusted these scammers. I bet they felt so foolish and lost everything. And the scammers, they'll probably just move on to the next victims. It's like they don't even care. 6 people are facing charges, but that doesn't really fix things. And it doesn't stop there. Apparently there are people creating fake IDs to open store credit cards near where the Westin is, and then buying over $100,000 worth of stuff. That's insane. Imagine the paperwork and the stress for the store losing all that money. What happens to them? They probably are so angry and distraught, but they'll be okay. The people doing it, though, they got caught. They'll probably be sitting in jail, regretting their choices, or maybe not. Some people just don't learn. Oh, and this one is so stupid. People distracting cashiers with small purchases, asking for change, then just taking extra money. Right there in stores near the Westin, happening all the time. It's just how could anyone think that's okay? It's so disrespectful, it's mind-blowing. I bet the cashiers were so confused and upset. Probably double-checking there till constantly after that, feeling like they did something wrong when they didn't. And finally, there were these Chinese nationals, running a scheme with stolen credit cards around Los Angeles. They kept shipping stolen goods, scamming so many people. It's horrible, you know? They all got sent to prison, which is good, but still. It just made me realize how